Hello everyone, welcome to the next session on Exbook Python Question Bank. We are working on Kaggle and you're learning with DivKLearner. So DivKLearner a bit forward daily, and that's what I'm expecting because we are on question number 12. And I request that you, if you like the work that I'm doing, please like and subscribe to our channel. And if you feel that we can make a difference to somebody else's life, please share the video as well. So in the last class, we talked about the method, which was question number 12, because it's index 0. So that's the reason you're able to see 11th. So we need to write on a function in which we'll be given a list. Like an example, we have flower flow in flight, and then we will have to compare each character to find out that which character is common in all of them, but that should be the prefix part of it. So what I've done is I've created a method with the name of common char in list, and we are getting a list one. If the list one is having a length which is less than 0, so it is not having any item, so we'll return that list has no item. Else if the len list is equal to 1, then we return list 1 0. Now these two conditions have been seen. Else if len list 0 is greater than len list 1, then if that is the case in the length, so the length of the first item in the list, which is flower here, is greater than the second item. So this is how I'm indexing the second item. So list 1 0. So list 1 0 is talking about the first item of list 1. List 1 1 is the second item. So we are checking that if this the length of the first item or the first entry in the list is greater than the entry of or let me do it again. The length of the list item of the zeroth indexed item of the list, if the length of that zeroth index item in the list is greater than the length of the second or the first indexed uh, word in the list, then we will be taking the range only till the smallest number, which is list 1 1. Else we will be taking it to list 0. That means that the length of the 0th index is less than the length of the first index uh, list 1. So in our example, this is item number 0, and this is item number 1. That's what we are trying to do. Okay. So this will check if the value of list item 1 0 I, which is again looping, we are looping through I, which is for the length of list item 1 or list item 0, depending on the length. And we are checking if the characters, we are picking up one character at a time, and then we're checking that if the two characters are equal, then we will go to the next iteration. But if they are not equal, then we will break it. So we'll get the value of I with the loop breaks. So we come here where the loop breaks. It takes the array starting from the second index to whichever place or the length that you have to work on. So this is the actual length of the list, because I've not written down any square bracket there. So it is taking the list one's length and starting from 2 to it. So then we are writing down for j in range of I. So now what we are doing is, because for the first two characters we have already identified the index of the common character. Till the time we have the common character, now we have already done the testing of the 0th index and the first index item. Then this part here, the for j in range I, is doing the looping for each number that we have in the that we have common in both the places. So where we are talking about I is the value at which the first two are the same, then it will become I is equal to the value when it keeps on checking all the characters. So the beauty that I've written down here is I've said that we'll be starting from the second index and going to the end. The other is I'm talking about A, so I in range of I. So I is the number when the for loop break here and here. So that is the length which is common for the first word and the second one. And that is what we are doing. And then for for the range from where we have found out the index, we'll be comparing the first word that we have in the list with all the items that are there in that list. So then we'll be taking out the characters, the first three characters, we'll be checking it with the second index table. And when we check that value, when we check that value till the point, what we are doing is we are not going to check all the values which are there in that. So we have shortened the functionality to the point where we have found out in the index 0 and index 1 the common values there. So that is what this would be doing, taking the range, and then we'll be checking the values. If they are not equal, then we'll write down I is equal to j, and we are going to return list 0 to I. That means the total number of characters that are common in all would be taken from list 1 item. So this is the complete flow, and this is how I'm checking with the cheat on. And I see that it's talking about flower, flow, flight. So FL is common. Cold play, cold storage, cold war. So cold is common in all of them. Dog, racer, car. So nothing is common there. Flower, flow, flight, inflow. So again, nothing is there. So all of those are true. Very quickly, let's just write down print ed the bracket. Let's just write down 12. So this is the function that we'll be talking about tomorrow. It says medium. The first one was hard. So with the thought that you're liking what we are doing, we thank you for listening uh, and learning with us. The So that's all that we have today. So once again, have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.